Yo, what's up, everybody? It's time. Alrighty. We're going to do hive inspection today. We got Hive Beyonce and Hive Bambi over here. I always like to start in kind of smoking around the area in case, just for those bees that are still flying in and out. We're going to check Beyonce first. So first things first, we're going to crack the lid. Okay, super properlized. That's a good. This is the honey super we're checking right now. We definitely have some drawn comb looking good. I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 9. Interestingly enough, I'm going to pull out this brood frame. This green frame is used for brood. But some say that it's really good for them to also draw and good for honey. Well, I can tell both of them have nothing. So we're going to move this one out of the way. And I'm going to show you one that actually, I think this is the best looking frame right here. Let me see. Yep. All right. Give me a second. I'll bring it up closer for you guys. Actually, my son Leo is with us today. He's the cameraman of the day. This is pretty heavy. A lot of honey. Yep, a lot of honey on one side. And then this side is pure honey, and they already have some capped honey. Come over here, Leo. Try to zoom in on 2 and try to get a nice view of how the capped honey's on there. And then we'll see this side. And you can see the girls, they're working. You can see how their heads are in. They're depositing honey, nectar. So this frame is pretty cool. Now, why did I mention... I'm not even going to pull any more frames from here because they're working. I can see they're working hard. I'm just going to slide over all my white frames to the middle. And I was talking to this about this to my buddy Gerdan from my Comb Notes. I believe that honeybees, they actually prefer the white frames over anything. I say that because in my brood boxes, they have taken longer to draw out the black frames versus the white frames. So I'm tending to believe now that they're actually more interested in the white frames, which kind of makes sense because when they do, when they do draw out comb on their own for their, out in the wild, their comb is naturally white. Therefore, you would believe that because it's naturally white, they would probably go more for a white frame. At least that's what I believe. All right, so we're done checking the super. I'm not worried about it. We're not taking any honey from them. So I'm going to pull this off. Leo, come back around here, and I want you to show. You can extend the pole over it. Look at all the bees down there. The super is actually pretty heavy. But yeah, look at that. Let me give them a puff. It is a little windy. They recommend not to mess with your bees on windy days. I just want to make sure that they're doing good. I don't see any signs of hive beetles. We're going to pull the excluder. But yeah, nice propolization. Look at all this propolis. All this right here is propolis. And these gloves suck. They're already ripped. Okay, so we're not going to be using these anymore. Bought them for no reason. All right, I'm going to pull this last frame here because I do see that finally they have drawn out comb on this black frame. And this is actually my frame. One of my new frames. The two here came with the nuke, I believe. So we're going to pull this frame. Hopefully not hurting anybody. I'll tell you something about this hive. This hive has been the most docile of the two. Look at that. We have some brood in there. Nice brood. They're drawing out the frame and they're starting to draw here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but see the little white? That's all they're starting to draw it out. We're going to put this on the floor here in the shade. Slowly. Let me give a puff here. Nice little pattern for a small little brood frame. Queen's not here. I don't see any eggs in any of these cells. No eggs. Oh, yeah, I see a couple eggs. Not too many. Let me see the other side. Other side, nice little brood pattern as well. All right, we're going to put this one back. I tend to put my frames back in the box. I don't like putting them out. I don't want to chance that the queen is on one of these frames and then I throw her on the ground and lose her. But yeah. Okay, so small amount of brood here, but I see, let me see. Small amount of brood, a lot of bee bread. I don't see the queen on here. Small amount of brood, there's some brood there, good enough amount of brood. Let me try to see. For some reason, I can't see if there's any eggs right now. Okay, I see some eggs. Small amount of eggs. I don't see the queen on this particular frame. Also, I try not to take the frame too far away from the hive. I think I got sidetracked before, and I was trying to say that this hive has always been super docile, and I don't think I've ever been bitten by this particular hive. I'm taking these gloves off, they suck. But this hive, I've been tagged a few times already. Good thing about having gloves is that your hands don't get sticky through the process. But yeah, I may go through all these because I haven't been looking for the queen lately at all because I see eggs. But I think we're on this frame. On this box today, we are gonna try to see if we can find her. There's a ton of I see a ton of drone bees. I definitely see some eggs. That's a good sign. Big old drone bees. Come over here. Look at this. See this bee right here? Huge. You would confuse that bee for the queen if you didn't know any better. Because they're so big. Yeah, I don't see the queen on this particular frame either. Let me go one more check on this side. Nope. Nope. All right, let's put them back. It's a windy day, but where we're at right here, we have a tree line on both sides here. So it kind of helps with the wind. Not taking over, not being too crazy. So the bees seem calm. They don't seem agitated at all, actually. Here's another one. Look at this. Look at that brood pattern. Nice. There's about, I would say, 90 to 95% brood. Some nectar. Larva. I don't think she'll be on this particular one because I don't see space for her to lay on here. Let's see in the inside. Again, wow, look at all that. Look at all of that bee bread and look at all the brood on this side. Again, I don't think she'll be on here because it doesn't look like she even has space. Hey, you see this bee right here in my face, Leo? Oh, she left. She's checking me out. She's like, who is this guy? Let's put that back. Let me give a puff just in case. I like puffing myself as well because it takes my scent away. Second time using the face shield veil. Works great. Oh, somebody just hit me on the hand. Oh, somebody just landed on me. Let's see if we get to see the queen today. Oh, so now look at this. This is all bird out comb. All right. And I just noticed there's a queen cup. There is a queen cup. See this right here? I'm going to try to get the light on it. See how it has a hole? That's a queen cup. Sometimes they do it just to practice. There's another one right here. I don't see any larvae inside of it, so that's okay. Tons of larvae on here in different stages and tons of eggs. So she could be on here. Let's look out for her. I've only seen her a couple times within my inspections. I've not seen her much. Ooh, tons of eggs here. I don't know. See if you can see within this area, Leo. See if you can zoom in and see if you can see the little white lines in there. Tons of eggs there. The queen may very well be on this frame. If not, she may be on the next one because I don't see her. This queen is not marked, so she will be harder to find. This frame is all bird out. I just let them do them. They'll continue to build out on it, and hopefully they'll straighten it out. I don't see the queen here, so let's put this back. Yeah, I don't see the queen on here, so she may be on the next one. But I do see a lot of eggs, which is a great sign of her being in here and doing her job. Little roach. Glasses are slipping. All right. Well, we're going to end up checking pretty much everything. There's a frame here that has been overgrown since the start. So hard to get out of here right now. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, that may be stuck. Let's see if the queen is on here. I see eggs. Big drone bee. Another big drone bee. Big black drone bee. Interesting. I don't see the queen. Definitely see eggs. She's not around the bottom. She may be on this side. Look at that. Some bird comb right there. I'll usually take it out and stuff, but I'm not here to do any cleaning. Today's my baby sister's birthday, so trying to do this inspection really quick and head out. Yeah, I don't see the queen on here either. I may have missed her. So hard to see them when they're definitely not marked. Way easier. But then when there's a lot of bees too, they kind of hide her. So sometimes it's hard to see. There's some capped honey right here. Oh, look at her right here. We found her. Look at her right here. Do you see her? You see her? She's up here. Watch. Let me see if I can hold it. Right here. Get a good look at her. Try to zoom in. She just went under a bee. Can you see her now?
Nope.
Right here, buddy. Look.
Oh, yeah, I see her.
Get a nice zoom in without it getting too blurry. She's doing great. I don't know how old she is. Now they say that the more translucent they look, the younger they are. She doesn't look too translucent. She looks more of a solid color, but she looks good. Oh. All right, this frame, look at all that honey. Tons of honey on that frame. There's tons of eggs also on this frame. And then we have the queen bee. Look at her right there. She's doing great. There's eggs on this frame as well with a lot of honey. This frame is pretty heavy. You see her? Mm-hmm. Working. Let's put her ass back in. Leave her alone. Now you want to put these frames in carefully. Because you don't want, yeah, you want to go slow once you put them together. Look, they're all clustered on my finger. They're like, wait a minute, who's this? And then I'm just gonna pull this last frame. See, now they're checking me out, and I barely have any smoke. Let me see. Oh yeah, I do. I'm gonna check this last frame just to see if they've been drawing anything out. Okay, we're drawing out a little bit. Oh, that girl almost bit me. Oh, look at that little bit of honey right there. A little bit of capped honey there. So they've started to draw this out as well. I'm telling you, I think based on what I'm looking at here, at least with my, in my hives, I feel that they like the white frames better. I think that they go for the white frames. They'll draw the white frames out quicker than the actual black frames. See, there's a few checking me out. They're like, wait a minute, what the hell's going on here? So it's in our best interest to hurry up. Slide these frames back into place. And I got stung. Look at it right there. And I got stung for the, she ripped herself out. Sorry. Man, that was a pretty harsh sting she had. Let's put this frame back in here. Yeah, she gave me a warning. She definitely gave me a warning. Said, okay, you don't want to listen? This is what's going to happen, buddy. Does it hurt? Yeah, it hurts. I've been stung literally right by the nail so far. And mostly I've been stung on my fingers. I've been stung probably 7 times, I want to say now. The worst part of it, at least for me, is it'll hurt for the first 2-3 minutes, then it doesn't really hurt. And then what ends up happening is I'm thinking it's cool, everything's okay, and then all of a sudden, if I actually scratch, because you'll start getting itchy, if I start scratching at it in a couple days, then it just like swells up like bad. It'll start swelling up and then it'll itch and it actually hurts after it starts actually swelling. So we're done for today. Successful. I saw what I wanted to see, and yeah, we're good to go. So I didn't see any hive beetles either on this particular hive, which usually we do. I usually do see a few hive beetles on this frame. Why is it not seeding? Fudge. And I just did what I didn't want to do. Yeah, see, now they're pissed. Hopefully I can get this over without no problem, without getting stung again. Oh, she's on me. She's like, who's this? There we go. Good. All right, we're good to go. And actually, I want to actually taste some of the honey from this hive because it's newer honey. So I'm just gonna dip my finger into some of that capped honey. It's right here. I'm not even going to I don't think I'm gonna have to pull it completely. Maybe I will. Was it this one? Yeah, there's some right here. Look at that. Beautiful honey. Let me try this. That's some good honey right there. Really good honey. Not sure that we're gonna be able, being that it's really my first season, obviously. I don't think we're gonna be pulling any honey this year because we're getting these girls to grow. But who knows? If they do really good and I feel like I can at least take a frame, I will try. If not, then all the honey for them. I think as it said, patience is a virtue. So yeah. All right, guys, to the next one. See you later, Gators. Peace.